Hi, this is a bit of an unusual video for me. This is not Jedi Scrolls related in any way. What this is a video to say thank you, and it's to say thank you to people that I didn't mention in a video I did a while back of about me and how I came to be who I am today. But that was about Jedi Squirrels, and this video is about me. For the last 10 years, I have been part of I'm going to go out on a limb here, the best young people's theatre company in Britain. And the reason I say that is not only because they have, their own purpose-built theatre with a trampoline, and when I say trampoline, for the people who aren't familiar with Playbox, I don't mean something you bounce up and down on. It's this thing it's for part of a lighting grid. It's not important, but it's good. It's really good to have. But the reason they are awesome is that although they work in a style that isn't necessarily the style I would always have chosen to work in, and I'm not saying they're perfect, but Playbox Theatre has given me the most amazing 10 years in so many ways. I have been part of some brilliant productions with not only amazing people of my own age, but people younger than me and people older than me, and not just the cast members, but the ADs, notably, in Jungle Book, the last play I was in, but also the directors, who are all wonderfully different considering they're all family, but they're all very different people and all very wonderful people. And I'm going to be a bit self-indulgent and a bit Oscar speecher-ish and thank them each individually. In sort of reverse order of people I've worked with, Emily Quash, who used to be Emily McGill, but now isn't, is the first and last person that I was directed by at Playbox Theatre. First thing I ever did was a holiday project, which isn't a full production. There's not an audition process and that kind of thing. You just you sign up and you do a play in sort of a week. And it was Harry Potter, and I was Harry Potter. And frankly, what greater gift can you give a young actor than the chance to be Harry Potter? So yeah, there's that. But Emily is also possibly the nicest person in the world, which is always a little scary, because, how do you deal with the nicest person in the world? Because everyone looks so mean in comparison, and I hope very much one day to find some contrived reason to work with her again. So thank you very much to her. The second person I worked with is second to last person I worked with is her husband, as it happens, Toby Quash, who has been my centre director, the guy who, on a weekly basis, I went to Playbox sessions, and Toby Quash led them, and for a very long time now, and is absolutely brilliant at it. He has been so funny and sly in some of his remarks, and yes, he does tease a bit, but he has an awesome imagination, which is very obvious when you look at his work, which is where I really think he comes into his own. When there's the Toby we get to know every week, who is awesome and funny and a great guy to be around, and then there's the Toby who is actually, when he actually creates something, and Headbull was the last thing I was in with him, and hopefully will be again, and you just get to see him in a different light, and you really get to see, the genius going on behind the eyes there. Mary and Stuart. Mary gets her own chapter by far, so I'm going to deal with Stuart first. Stuart I haven't had an opportunity to work with very much. I did on his Dark Materials, but I haven't worked, and Farshik Poor, but I haven't worked with him much in comparison to the other people, but he is a archetypal artist. It's wonderful to behold, and yes, he's a very sort of calm person, it seems, which is always good. So although I don't know you that well, Stuart, thank you to you. Mary, of course, who is probably the person I've worked with most at Playbox, and with her fiery red hair and fiery personality, Mary is wonderful. It has been great fun to work with you, and yes, so goodness, first proper play I was ever in was a Mary. No, it wasn't. I completely lie. I was going to say Charlie was the first show, but that's completely wrong. The first show I got a lead part in was a Mary, and I've done voice coaching with Mary as well, and really Mary has always shown a great faith in my ability, which I am very thankful for, and really helped me to do the same with myself. So I owe her a lot. And whenever I'm on stage and I'm standing there and I'm going, hold on, I'm not really walking with purpose, or I'm not articulating, or you know, I need to sit with a straighter back, or it's Mary's voice in my ear. So Mary will go down as the person who taught me to act, which is a wonderful thing, and so thank you. Very briefly, the other person I'd like to mention is Chris McGill, who I haven't sort of talked to for quite a long time, but was the first person to take me in session, and is great, and is a genius as well. So thank you very much, Chris. My closing image that I'd like you to leave you with. Well, I have so many members of Playbox that I could talk about, but this video is already 8 minutes long. I realise I'll cut it for you, but it's far too long. And I'd love to talk about the people I've worked with at Playbox in terms of the actors and the people in session, who are all brilliant. I love the Solihull people. That's what makes Solihull the best centre by far. And as you know, as wonderful as Toby is, it's the people there, and you're all brilliant. And I really want to keep in touch with you and work with you again. So thank you very much. And all the awesome people at Playbox, you know who you are. You know you're awesome. Just keep remembering that. So yes, the last image I want to leave you with is one that most of you won't have seen at Playbox, but it just made me happy. And it's not a big thing in Playbox history. It's not something that was important at my time at Playbox. It's not one of my big defining memories. But it's just something that made me smile. It's a tiny thing, but I think it will make you smile too. When I went to help out on a technical rehearsal for Jungle Book, so the cast weren't there, you know, little baby Tom, who is Emily's and Toby's son, wasn't there. So it was just Emily, the technical people. I was there helping out. There was the AD for the show, Izzy. I don't know why I needed to call her the AD, but you're important, Izzy. It was important to have your full title. We were there. And Emily was obviously feeling much more relaxed that day, because she didn't have to be a mother to Tom. She didn't have to be a director to the cast. She was there in sort of pigtails, which was quite sweet. And then we went out, and Mary, her mother, was there, and Mary bought us cookies, and she got Emily this Smarties cookie. And so consequently, Emily was there, and she was eating it like that, and she had the biggest smile on her face with the little pigtails, and it was such a lovely, sweet image. So thank you, Emily, for making me smile with that, which I tried not to show at the time, but it was funny. Eric, you're a twit. Just wanted to say that. Goodbye.